Jason Bourne is a spy action thriller film directed by Paul Greengrass and stars Matt Damon, Tommy Lee Jones, and Alicia Vikander. And for months I have been hugely anticipating this film, because not only was I glad to see Matt Damon as Jason Bourne again, but I was also excited that Paul Greengrass was coming back to direct another Bourne film. However, I did have one concern, and that was, where could they go with the character of Jason Bourne? In my opinion, they beautifully wrapped up his character arc with the Bourne Ultimatum, so I was a bit concerned with what they were going to do with Jason Bourne and how they were going to bring him back in. And after seeing this film, to be fair, it's not that great. It's not a terrible movie. I'm going to make it very clear. This is not a bad movie. It just didn't live up to my expectations. And to be fair, it is average at best. With this Bourne film, I was expecting fresh new things to come out of it, but to me it felt like they were recycling old aspects from the previous Bourne films, and it just didn't have that amazing value to it. I'll get the good stuff out of the way first. The action is still the best thing about the Bourne films. Not only is the action kicked up a notch here, but the action was also heart-pounding, exciting, and it absolutely felt like Bourne film action stuff. And while some of the performances weren't amazing, there were a couple of standouts in the film. Like, once again, Matt Damon is Jason Bourne, and once again he delivers as this character. And Alicia Vikander also did a good job, and there's something about Alicia Vikander where she gives us a performance and you get invested in the character she's playing, and there's this unique quality to her that makes you care about whatever role she's playing, and it definitely shows here. And now I'm going to get to what really bothered me about this film, and that is the story. It felt like they didn't try for something new. There were some new things that they did put in, but they didn't really stand out that much. With the first three Bourne films, they each felt unique, different, and they were cleverly woven together, and each film told a great story. And each of those three Bourne films were completely unpredictable. I had no idea what was going to happen in those films, and that kept me on the edge of my seat. Here, the stuff they did try to pull off in this film, it felt predictable. There were parts I felt like, oh yeah, this is going to happen, this is going to happen. And everything that happened in the film, I predicted right. And that really did take the surprise and excitement out of me a couple of times. Now I'm going to get to what really did piss me off. And there's a subplot about this corrupt social media thing. I can barely remember what the purpose of the social media thing was to do. It was just so vague, I couldn't give a shit about it at all. And if you took this side story out of the film, it would have made no difference at all. But for some reason, it's in here. And it serves no purpose. Basically, it's connected to the villain somehow. Apparently the social media thing is corrupt and the villains are using it. But it's not, that's not important. Why even focus on this? In fact, this side story doesn't even concern the character of Jason Bourne at all. This story has no purpose. Why is it in here? But I'm sorry, but this really did piss me off. Because why have this in here? It serves no purpose. And this really did bother me. And let me make it clear, I didn't hate this film. But I also didn't love this film. This side story is a perfect reason why I don't love this film. This side story is just garbage. Why? I'm sorry if I'm going on here, but this really did annoy me. And if I was to do a top 10 most annoying moments in film of 2016, this would be number one. This really did bug me. And I hated this. I just hated this so much. And this really did spoil the movie for me at many points in the film, because whenever they brought this side story in, it annoyed me. It annoyed me so much. I hated this. I hated this. Overall, while I didn't love this film as much as the first three Bourne films, but I also don't hate this film at all. This film is far better than the Bourne Legacy by a million miles. But again, this film has things about it that bug the hell out of me. Like that frickin' goddamn side story! But this film also had stuff that I actually liked. Like, the action was good, some of the characters were interesting, some of the performances were really good as well. And the locations that Jason Bourne goes to are very interesting to look at. They look visually stunning. However, I am struggling to recommend this as, again, if you're into the Bourne series, you might have a good time here, but if you haven't followed the Bourne series and you're not a big fan of it, you're really not going to have a good time here. And I'm going to give this film a 6.5 out of 10. Thank you for watching. Be sure to like my Facebook page, follow me on Twitter, and subscribe to my channel below. I'm NETX5. Thank you for watching.